Welcome back to episode 2 of Shadowrun Returns. The Dead Man Switch. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped backseat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders? A legal chop shop for body parts, rather from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for a union, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Walt's body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Ask the coroner about Sam Waltz. So there's a lot of detail in this game, as you can see. Employees only beyond this point. Smell of death and decomposition wash over you, but only slightly max by the minty, fake fresh of industrial grade anti-aesthetic. Dresden. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf, whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job." A little more than you'd want to expect from someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. "Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour, and some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir? Are you the coroner?" Hey, look, it's coroner. Like Corona. "I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner too. And you are no one you've ever heard of. Now tell me about Sam Waltz." "Likelihood, I represent a man named Sam Waltz, and I'm here to look into his murder." "Likelihood, I'm here about Sam Waltz." What the hell is all these noises, man? Let's do this. He fixes you with a hard gaze. "Careful, friend. I can have Lone Star here in 2 minutes. Now, what makes you think I know anything about Sam Waltz?" "Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here." "I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though the press haven't caught wind of it yet. What with it being all the way out here in the Barrens." "So who told you he was dead?" "Sam did. When his heart stopped, 100,000 yen was wired to a secure account in my name. I find the killer, I get paid." The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. "A dead man's switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over there. Here." "He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Ripper, huh? I guess the classics never go out of style." He sighs. "Not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Whipper knows how to handle a scrapple. But this one's even more twisted. He, or she, always removes an internal organ from the victim. What price did the Ripper take from Sam?" "Walt's liver was cleanly cut out. How about the other lucky contestants?" The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed." And then this guy right here is McCloskey. He's like some dude from Lone Star Police. "Dresden, get out here." "I'm here about the new Ripper Vic." Yeah, fucking Alright, so Sam's body is half covered by a sturdy surgical sheet. His face and ass hand white for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest there's a small pencil, thin incision covered in dried blood. Behind that, the corpse is in manually. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Look at the purple shirt. Look at the cred stick. Let's dish it out. It's a standard, cheap, unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it. No, without slotting it. Take the cred sheet. I just got $300, bro. Let's take the handwritten note. You can only see part of the note given the torn off bits and bloodstains. Sam, I feel terrible that we are arguing. We have been blanked so long. To say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. Put down evidence bag. Look at the business card. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There is something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. Look at the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing, and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag slouches a bit in your hand. Not right now. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of Central Casting. If you ignore the tusk-pointed ears and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So this new Ripper Vic Waltz, named Miller, didn't his mother kill herself a while back? The coroner frowns. So you insisted at that time. He trottles. Come on. She offed herself. I had it on a very good authority. Now let's go, Justin. Give me something to work with here. This Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's bash. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic. Then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scribe roll. Has a decent understanding of human and meta-human autonomy too. So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon. Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scrapels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no damn help, dwarf. The Lone Star detective found notices you. You know his superhuman powers of observation. Who the hell are you? So, if you're playing as the Orc or Troll, you could use your strengths and put like, none of your business, Lumpy. But I don't have that. But what I do have is charisma. I'm the nobody who didn't hear nothing. I'm new in town. You the welcoming committee? Are you the detective on this case? I was hired by Sam Morse to assist you in finding his killer. The dreck you were, you get anywhere near our investigation and I will be you on the slab, elf. He looks back at the dwarf, Justin, get me more. I am putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. He runs away. Justin looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties too. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 yuan a week in his paycheck. Plus he's on the take. Justin pauses. Considering you have an honor after a fashion, I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? On the take, who's paying to hold his leash? What was that McCloskey said about Sam's mother? What are organs worth these days? Who still uses scraples? Have you heard of the Seamless Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. You'd probably like it. Me, I'm not really the going out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus the dead are just easier to get along with. On the take, who's... Okay, I just need to know one thing. Where was Sam killed? Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Okay, then I'll go to do that. Do you know where the murder site is or not? Body lockers in the back. You know, what's cool about RPG games, it allows you to like search anything, pretty much. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna search this, pick up an item, which is a basic medkit. It's gonna help me in the long run. This right here, another basic medkit. Over here is where my objective is at, I think. The cord storage jar is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Open the drawer. The cold storage jar opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Hey look, it's Jake Armitage. Whoa, easy there. In one quick move, he jumps down from the jar, stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples, and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. Sorry, didn't expect you to be so alive. What do I look like, a damn alarm clock? You were just sleeping in a freezer. A freezer for dead people? Don't tell me you haven't considered it. Cheaper than a coffin hotel, and the service is just as good. Hey, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I noticed you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? The latest Ripper victim, did you know him? Sam A. Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then, over the Union. Decent enough guy, always in trouble over something or other. Through. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level, working for Sam. Believe it or not, some sort of dead man's switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around this shop all day. Thanks for volunteering. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then, the name's Jake. And you are... I'm still waiting for the ending of your story. Nice to meet you. I'm Jake. I'm Lego. And well-mannered too. Such a weird thing in the city. Well, sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep. And here, John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night. The night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the seamstresses union that night, tripped out and rowdy. I'd been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kabuta asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Damn, maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud screeching sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers. Thought they could turn a quick profit off of my head. Jake smiles and you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight. though, and that's the last I saw of him until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. You've done this before? Great, so you don't know anything about his death. It's a long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake's here as a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits and you'd get a free night's stay. Jake laughs. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle a score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leaders got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night. Trust me. Jake eyes you up and down, and maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What you say? It's nice to have someone watching your back out there, someone you can trust them. I don't work for free. I fight, get paid, and you on, not tours. I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. Great. I've been hiding out here ever since that run-in with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers. But this stretch, the Barrens, is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you ever made it to this morgue in one piece without packing some heat. He yells over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So you need a weapon? So here, you can ask this dude for a weapon, and he'll give you that weapon. No guns for me. Melee's my game. I like to keep my distance. Squad rifle. Happen to have an SMG with you. I'm good with a shotgun. Give me a freaking pistol. My weapon of choice as well. Here, take this one. So ready for an evening out in town? Just a minute. Tell me some more about these gangers first. I'm ready. Just watch my back. Don't make me regret this if you're buying. Yep. I'll follow the lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you yet. Okay, we can leave whenever you're ready. I ain't ready yet, man. I still got some stuff to search. You feel me, Sonny? At least I think. Where do we go? Oh, okay, so on the top left, there's your objective. I'm gonna end the episode here. My throat is bothering me. Thanks for watching, everybody.